Hey y'all, Pawpaw here. Well, technically we're back on Weaver at the moment. We got a few things we need to do. I don't have a whole lot of time today, but my son is actually helping me. It's his car, so of course he's gonna help me. But I did want to say thank you for the suggestions and the messages or comments that I got. I've already done this intro once today. Realized I had to redo it. Sorry, I was eating a chocolate chip cookie. I don't get to treat myself much anymore. Started dropping a few pounds. Gonna drop a little bit more, hopefully. But I was looking back. I had a comment on my first video about Weaver and her sisters. And I had a comment from a guy that's owned a couple of them. He knows a little bit more than I do. And he told me I got a few things wrong, which I'm not really surprised. I probably did. Or I ain't going to say probably. I know I did. Let me see if I can find them. Speaking of comments, there's this fella I follow. He goes by GlassWerx. Works with an X. Y'all go check him out. Subscribe to his channel. He's got some pretty good content on there. All right, where's he at? There he is. All right. In my intro that I done this morning, or sometime before lunch sometime, I kept calling this guy Team Gun. It's not it. He is TeamGunStar. I'll leave his link in the description. Go check his YouTube channel out. Subscribe. Give him a like and a share. I'm sure he'd appreciate it. I ain't trying to drag this out, but I want to give credit where credit is due. All right. He goes on to say GT and GTS have the same engine. Yes, they do. The 10 horsepower difference comes from the different intake plenum with a butterfly valve and a different cam profile. Yes, it does. Like I said, I done the research. Yeah, it does. This car has a 200 horse motor. That other car has 210 horses. Out of the gate, that's factory, brand new, not wore out. That's what they come up with. All right, that one has a little bit more compression than this one has. That one don't have an engine, but this is the original engine in this car. All right. He says he don't think it was done for more power. It essentially was a change so the car can use less fuel, power, and lower RPM, and can open up a bit more in the higher RPM. I've owned both the 03 GTS Spyder and currently the 03 GT Spyder. They are essentially the same. I actually prefer the GT in a way because it feels like it's always ready to go versus the GTS when you really had to get on the throttle. All right. That I did look up. I've seen more comments about the GT model, the 200 horse motor, having more pep, more get up right out of the gate. I've only drove this one once. I took it easy on it because I didn't know what was wrong with the car, if anything, and I didn't want to overdo it right off the bat. So whenever we get the new timing belt put on this, and we made us a list today of parts that we need to order. We get the new timing belt put on this. We get the new gaskets put on it. know that the engine's dialed in right and I got everything set right, we're going to see how it does. I do feel like this little 3.0 V6 is plenty of power for this car, so we'll find out. He also says, and this is a pretty long comment, and like I said, if y'all see where I'm doing something wrong, or if I say something wrong as far as when I'm talking about something, y'all leave it in the comments. Let me know. Heck, I'm up to learning something new, man. The day I quit learning anything and feel like I know everything is the day that I quit doing it all. Because if you cannot learn, you cannot grow. And you don't stop growing whenever you become an adult. You grow all throughout your life. You will grow up until the day you die. So anyway, he prefers the GT model. And from what I can read, a lot of people do. He also said, you said in the video that the GS makes 200 horsepower. I probably did. I did not mean to. According to him, the GS only makes 147. The GS is the white and black one. It's the first car that my son bought, the first Spyder. It's a 4-cylinder. It will not, it can make 200 horsepower, but we're not going to make it. We're not going to build it that way. So if I got that wrong, I do apologize. I wasn't intending on leading anybody on. But no, the GS, the 4-cylinder, the 2.4 liter, does not make 200 horsepower out of the gate. He says, I've owned 8 Mitsubishi, and in the Eclipse line, I've owned a 2G, a 3G, a 4G, and a 3G in that order. I've also done all the mechanical work to my cars, so if you have any questions about anything, I can probably help. Well, Mr. TeamGunStar, you probably going to be hearing from me because I'm probably going to need some help figuring some of this stuff out. This is all new to me. I've never worked on one of these cars until my son bought his first one. And this is the first V6 that I've worked on. So, yeah. I'm willing to accept help any way I can get it. Any advice I can get, I'm game. Anybody that knows more than I do about these, I'll listen. I'm not a know-it-all, and I don't pretend to be. Let's see, did he say anything else? So this is a good man. He subscribed to my channel, which is what y'all should do. Y'all hit that subscribe button. Click that notification bell. Share them. Like them. Help us get out here. Y'all go visit TeamGunStar on YouTube. Subscribe to his channel. I've only got to watch the one video, and it's the video after he put the black wheels on his car. And I really like the black wheels on that car. It looks good. But y'all check him out. He's a growing YouTube channel like the rest of us. Give him a little bit of your love. We could all use it. But that's what I got from him. And like I said, I just wanted to thank him for the information and correcting me where I was wrong. Yeah. The reason I'm redoing this intro is because I got his name wrong. I got his channel wrong. I was calling him Team Gun. It's not. It's TeamGunStar. I'll put his link in the description. Y'all go check him out. Subscribe to his channel. But he done most of the work. He helped me with some of what I was doing to it. I got the top off of it I'm talking minutes before I had to walk out and leave for work. But got a little bit of video of it. Didn't get any good video. So what we're going to do is I'll go ahead and post that on here. But whenever we pull the top off of Weaver, I'll get somebody to record for me so I can get better video on it, more how-to style. That was the first convertible top I ever took off of an Eclipse Spyder. Worked out pretty nice. There ain't a whole lot of bolts holding that top on. We pulled the back little windows out of it for the back seat. Wasn't too bad. You just got to figure out how to get in there and get it done. But yeah, y'all watch the video. Keep watching if you don't mind. We made us a parts list, stuff we need to get ordered tonight for this one. And yeah, let me show you a little bit of video of what we recorded today. So right now what we're going to do, if y'all are interested, is I've got to find out what parts I need to order for this thing. Yeah, it runs, it drives. We put the front bumper on it, but we did not finish bolting the bumper on. It's pretty much hanging there by the top bolts. So we're going to get that done. Going to try and do it today. The most important part is we got to get this order in for these parts. Mr. Team Gun, dude, I am so sorry. I know I got your name somewhere. Maybe I didn't. I don't really remember. But Team Gun also told me that the the cam position sensor, the CPS, is not in the distributor. I forgot where I learned that from or where I heard that from, but it makes perfectly good sense because I don't remember seeing cam wires coming out of that sensor or out of that distributor. I am going to have to research to find out where it's at because that's the code that the computer's throwing right now is a cam position sensor. So once I figure out where that's at, I'll make a video of pulling it. So I'm going to find out where the cam positioner sensor is so I can get it replaced. I know I could test it. I could clean it. All right. Moving these back windows. You have a bolt here. Just a little 12mm bolt. You'll have one here. And one over here. And then you'll have a $12mm nut down here. Remove this nut. Remove these bolts. Remove these bolts. In order to get to this nut, there's a speaker box, supposedly, that goes right here with the speaker in it. Take the speaker out, then you've got 4 screws, 3 on the inside and 1 on the bottom that you have to remove. It's just Phillips. Real easy to get out. You would think that this window just pulls up out of there. Well, it's not that easy. Number one, we don't have power to this car. We can put power to it, but it won't let the windows down. Something's unhooked because they pulled the motor. So, what you have to do, get you a attitude adjustment tool, like I got. Pull these little plugs out of here. You got to find you a good place to pry without damaging the window, the glass itself. What's holding you back is this piece of trim back here. That's for the top. I know y'all can't see it. It's going to hold you back a little bit. But we start that. I don't know if you can see it. Right here is a plug. You unplug it. Pull that rubber gasket out. And then push it back through that hole. And feed that wire and that plug through it. I don't know if y'all can see this. I'm sorry. Trying to do all this in one hand. Alright, so now we're back on the glass itself. It's going to take some finagling. Like I said, you come in anywhere you can, find your place to pry on it, but be very careful with this glass. You don't want to break it. Now, I'm not taking the glass off, like I said, I'm taking the whole assembly out. So you get it started, you're going to have to mess with it a little bit. Work different things in different positions. There you have it. plastic or that metal trim piece just came off. A lot easier than the other one did. But anyway, and there you have your rear window assembly. Motor, frame, everything. Wind up over out the way, that'll get put up for just in case. Now, let me turn y'all around. Like I said, whenever I start the other car that all this is going on, I'll show you a little bit more. There's this rubber strip that runs all the way around here. That's what we were trying to get to. I've already got it off on the other side. We just pulled it off back here. The reason we're wanting to do this so that we could get to this. Now there is a sticky 3M double-sided tape that holds this on. We're not interested in saving that, but we do want this top. So be very careful and just ease it off. You see, I put my hand behind it and run my finger through there. This is not a clean job, but it's not a hard job. Now, depending on how good a shape your tape is in, it might be harder than yours. This one has been sitting in the sun all day, and it's a black top, so the tape is real easy to get off. And if you can get the tape started, then do that. And if you pull the tape, the vinyl will come loose, which is what we wanted. Now, me myself, I'm not for sure. I've never done one of these tops, which I told y'all earlier, I've never even worked on one of these cars until my son bought his first one. I guess I don't want to pull that off as bad as I thought I did. Because there's nothing in there. As far as I know, all we've got to do now is unbolt this mechanism. Like I said, I'm not 100% sure, never worked on one of these before. But there's only one thing to do, and that's try it and see what happens. Alright, this is the mechanism that we're trying to undo. 12mm bolts. We got our 12 in our handy dandy impact. One there. 12 nut back here. It don't have to come all the way off, because from what I can see, this is slotted, but we're removing this top completely. And there's a 12mm nut down here that I can see. Here's the mechanism we're taking off. Same thing as last. Just on the other side. Pull the bolt. Pull the nut. Pull the nut. Now we're learning this together. Like I've said, I'm not a mechanic. Never worked on one of these cars before. I'm hot, I'm sweaty, I've got to leave in the next few minutes and go back to work. I don't do YouTube full time because there's no money in it. Not for me anyway. So we're going to unplug that. And we're going to try and get this clip out. All right, that clip's out of the way. All right, now that I'm over here, yes, just as I thought, we've got to put this back on temporary. There are more bolts. Now, like I said, I'm sure there's YouTube videos out there telling me how to do this. But whenever I started mechanicking, YouTube was not a thing. Like I said, this thing does not have power. So everything we're doing, we're having to do manually. And I've got something stuck in my boot. Alright. Just pulled the top up by hand. Sure moves so much better when you ain't got power cord fighting you the whole way. Alright. Right in there, you'll look. It's the back of the car. There's the hinge mechanism with the motor. Go around here, there's that aluminum bar. Got a what looks like a 12 millimeter there. And you've got all of this material here. Plastic clip. You undo it. And then we've got these little pieces here. If I can find my pliers. I did order trim kit, removal tools, but they won't be here till Monday. So right now we're doing it the old-fashioned way, tearing stuff up. All right, let me set y'all down so I can get this other one. All right, All right, now sometimes with these body clips, they break. This top's not in the best of shape, but it's better than the one on the brown one or on the other car. All right, now like we said, right back here behind the motor is an aluminum bar. That is a good sign. Go grab that one. There you have it. 2003 Mitsubishi Eclipse Spyder. Almost completely gutted. We still got some wiring and stuff to pull. That's where your convertible top folds down at. It is a pain. There's the top. It's not a one-person job. Although I just made it a one-person job. But I got to remember, I forgot to unplug that. That was holding me up. And I forgot to unplug the defroster wires that I'm thinking went right there. Although I remembered to get them on the other side, I forgot to get them on this side. But, well, this is Pawpaw. I got to go back to work now. All right, everybody. I didn't get as much done in this video as I was hoping to. But it's my birthday. I got another year older. I'm going to slow down a little bit. I get hurt all the time. Get old, get tired. Anyway, didn't get as much done in this video as we wanted to. We did get pretty much all the interior stripped out of the donor car. Hopefully, if it ain't raining tomorrow, we'll start putting parts in the Weaver. Get her back on the road. But well, it's Pawpaw saying, y'all have a good one, and we'll see you next time.